Hey guys, it's Alaina with The Organized Money and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a budget with me. We are budgeting the second week of April and I have a brand new budgeting kit that I'm going to use. This one is from my shop and I did change up my headers a lot because I wanted to be able to write in more on my weekly spreads. So this is the sheet that I'm going to be using. If you're interested in this one, a link to it will be down in the description box. But it is called Living Coral and it is kind of like a pull from the spring colors of this year. So I have currently been looking at the second week in my monthly planner and I know all of the different things that I have going on this week. So basically I am just going to add it to my weekly spread and put down my stickers. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is add my budget to my half sheet, and I usually use washi for this to just cover up this notes section here, but I decided to create my own washi for this spread because I'm always trying to find colors that match exactly my color scheme. So I just decided to create it this time. And on here, you see I have monthly budget, weekly budget, bi-weekly budget, and you can kind of pick which one works best for you. I am picking the weekly budget one because that's what I am using for this week. Okay, so I've added my weekly income and then I've added all of my fixed expenses, which in my fixed expenses, I do have cash coming out of $200 and that's actually going to go into the amount that I've set aside for actual variable expenses, but this is the amount that I always set aside. And then my miscellaneous line is just what I keep in my checking account, so it's not exactly at zero. So as you can see, I have tithe of $230. I have $200 going into savings. I do have offerings of $200, and that's because we have a church conference this week. So I wanted to have some extra set aside for the offerings for those services. And then I have my credit card payment of $300. We pay out of pocket for insurance. So dental insurance is due this week, and it's $25. My car insurance is $362. My car note $300. Maintenance on the car, my husband has to have his oil change and he has to also have some other things done to the car. So I've set aside $300 for that. It may not be that much, but I just wanted to have some extra set aside for that. Instead of pulling it out of sinking funds, I wanted to see if I could cash flow it so we wouldn't have to pull it out of sinking funds. My cash is $200 and the miscellaneous is $183. So the total is $2,300, and now I'm going to add in under here the variable expenses. Okay, so I've laid out my stickers for my variable expenses. I had to kind of work with these numbers, but for my personal money, I have $30. $50 goes to my husband. Hair is going to be $30 for my girls, and that's because they have a hair appointment every Saturday. Fun, we always try and do something fun with our girls on the weekend, so I've set aside $30 for that. And then food and gas is $60. This is pretty low. However, I am planning on doing a lot of cooking this week, so I am planning on a lot of that going toward gas, we'll see. If not, I do still have the 183 to pull from if I absolutely have to. So I'll kind of leave that open for that. So now on the back, I am going to add my sinking funds and my debt reduction on the back. Okay, so if you don't know about my sinking funds, I do keep my sinking funds on an app. The app is called Capital, and in this app, it pulls my change from every time I swipe my card. And most times I do have to transfer money into the Capital account though, because I don't have a lot of things that are automatically pulling from my account, and I use a lot of cash. So sometimes I transfer it over, sometimes I do let it pull the change from my checking account, but this is how I keep track of all of my sinking funds. I do get that question a lot because I don't talk about it on my weekly budget, but I keep it in this app, and I have about 4 sinking funds, and then so I'm going to start writing them here and write like how much I have set aside for it. Currently right now I am mainly focused on a dental expense that I know is coming up. I have to get my wisdom teeth pulled, and I also need to do some other dental work. So with that being said, I am focused on my dental sinking fund right now because I know it's an expense that's coming up this year. So now I'm just gonna write them in and write in the current balance and the goal for saving for those particular funds. Okay, so on the back here, I have added my sinking funds, the actual amounts that are in there. I only recently started doing this because I was keeping cash on hand, and then I decided to try and use Capital to see how that would work. I have tried a bunch of different methods with my sinking funds. I'm not sure I have anything that actually sticks yet, but so far so good with this particular method. As far as them, I have 4 sinking funds. I have my dental, my auto maintenance, travel, and then Christmas. Everything else kind of goes into my short-term emergency fund, and I pull from that whenever needed. And I kind of do that when it comes down to sinking funds too. I just always stash as much money as I need in my short-term emergency fund, which is 1 month of expenses for us. And then long-term emergency gets 3 months. So I don't know, we'll see how this particular method works out and see if I can stick to it and how it actually works. But right now we have like $500 stashed aside for sinking funds. For my debt reduction, I am currently working on paying off 2 credit cards. I have paid off credit cards and charged on them again a bunch of different times. However, I really need to get this one under control because we had a series of events happen, like crazy events that caused us to need them. Unfortunately, I had only $1,000 set aside for emergencies, and it was not enough to cover everything that happened. So we ended up charging on our credit card, but now things are back stable, so now I am paying them off. And I also have my Acorns and my Fidelity. For my Fidelity account, I am planning on adding $200 toward investments. And I know where you're thinking that is not on here, and it is not on here because this only includes our weekly income from our jobs. I also have income coming in from my Etsy shop and from my YouTube channel, and that money is either saved or invested because
it's kind of like extra for us. So I like to kind of keep it separate and either invest it or save it. So with some of that money, I am planning on adding $200 into my investment account and also putting it toward our long-term savings account. So this is everything as far as my weekly budget is concerned. And now I'm going to actually put down stickers on this spread. Okay, so this is the full spread. This is how many stickers I have left. I have basically put my entire budget on this half sheet, and then I have separated my boxes into 3 categories, which is income, expenses, and savings. So as I go throughout the week, I will write down if I have any additional income or any income that I've gotten on that day, any expenses, anything that I've spent money on, bills or variable expenses, and then how much I am able to save on that particular day. Like sometimes I'll try and see if I can challenge myself to saving an extra $10 than what was expected. And if I can do that and make it to the end of the week, then in my summary section here, I will put the majority of how much I've saved, what exactly we have spent, and how much income we have gotten. And then that will kind of summarize the week and help me move toward the next week. So I tried to make this video a little bit more detailed. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this setup and my full addition of additional stickers to my sticker sets. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And of course, if you like this type of video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to head over and follow me on Instagram. And until next time, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.